The Ghana Scholarship Secretariat says it is overwhelmed with the increasing reports of fraudulent schemes aimed at duping persons in search of scholarship. The CEO of the Registrar of the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat, Kingsley, has been speaking with Blessed Soga. He notes with worry the use of online platforms, especially social media, to fraudulently award scholarships in the name of his organization. In view of this, the website of the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat has been blocked by the National Information Technology Agency pending some changes in security features.
In the era of social media, where people do all sorts of things to attract unsuspecting victims, it provides a challenge. We have had a very hard hit at this, where our main scholarship domain itself, the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat.com, has been taken off because
hacked?
Yes, not hacked.
Okay.
Because certain individuals were using it to scam unsuspecting Ghanaians. There was a lot of reports which we initiated by ourselves, so they had to take it away from us.
Modus that these unsuspecting individuals, deploy to swindle, the numbers that you're talking about?
It's several. And fraudsters will always be steps ahead of you because our preoccupation is not to chase fraudsters. But they employ the social media too. Okay. That's the online, where they've created LinkedIn accounts in my name, they've created Twitter accounts in my name, and they're able to, every activity that we get involved in, they're able to put pictures and videos there to portray to unsuspecting victims that it is indeed
your account.
My account, or the account of the Scholarship Secretariat, which is not true. We've reported this severally through the newspapers, through our website, the .org.
Yeah.
We have reported, but there's something I think fundamentally wrong with our culture and that of the Ghanaian. We still feel that if you approach a public office and you don't know that somebody, you may not be able to access the services of that particular office. These accounts that are being used on social media, they are fake accounts. They are swindling you. They are scammers. But most people will not listen. And now, the embassies that do not go through these processes with us, and these, will I say, fraudsters, they have the temerity to even come and pose as visitors in our office here, just like you met so many people at the reception.
Yes.
They come and they're able to lure their victims to this place. The people get to the premises or on our premises. They call them, they meet them outside to create the picture that they really work here. And they close their activities. We'll show you a fraud file of instances of people who have reported to us. People, they send them messages that they should come for interview, and they'll be invited through the same medium or through the same media that they used in getting them. Right. They should come for interview. Today, I'm sure over the 200 people seated wanting to come and see me. You have about 3 or 10 of them who have been scheduled by their
fraudulent.
Their fraudsters to come for an interview here. So it's a complex and complicated situation to deal with. A service that over 10 million Ghanaian youth are eligible. At times you can't blame them too.
Meanwhile, the Scholarship Secretariat says it may not be able to process new scholarship applications if the Ministry of Finance fails to approve its request for a new funding framework for the scheme. The Secretariat argues that pre-existing beneficiaries of the scholarship have saturated the budget of the scheme, hence the need for a new source of funding for the Scholarship Secretariat. Kingsley Ajiman explains why.
How do you say somebody has come to decentralized scholarship and still think that that person is promoting chronism and skewness? I mean, especially when you are hearing it from high-ranking people, parliamentarians, even our party people, my party brought me here, and even the opposition. it kind of beats my imagination. But, I've set up a district scholarship review committee for local scholarship, which has the district chief executive, the member of parliament or his or her rep, a member from the traditional authority that is dominant within the district, 2 people from our office here, and a rep from a tertiary institution or a GES district at the district level to do some form of assessment or validation before it comes to us. And you are attacking me of nepotism. I come from the Eastern region. I come from Chebi. If somebody, there's a name that comes from the district assembly in Gonja or Elembele, do I have relatives in Elembele? I don't have my family people coming from Elembele. I don't have them coming from Ashanti region. I'm from the Eastern region. I'm from Chebi.
What plans do you have for 2023? It's almost ending though, but I'm sure that you have some openings for students. And feeding into that plan as well, are you mindful of the economic situation, the fact that many more parents would want their children to come for some help from the scholarship secretariat because inflation is up, the purchasing power has reduced, as you're pointing out. What plans do you have for this year, although it's almost ending? Okay,
so we have started the process for the next year budget. Like I did mention to you, the budgetary process and the constraints that comes with it.
Right.
Understanding our liabilities now, if our estimates that will be presented to the Ministry of Finance when they look at the overall picture, if you don't get it, it will be very difficult to service new applications. What that will mean is that our preoccupation next year will be to deal with the existing liabilities or the debt.
Continue to
pay off. If you don't get up to a certain amount, there may not be new opportunities.
In percentage terms, what are you asking?
It's not been finalized now. Right. It's not been finalized now.
You want an increment?
No, not just an increment. We need to change the whole fundamental.
Right.
Yes, because if it's just an increment, we'll be talking about maybe 1,000%. We want to change the architecture.
In terms of the funding allocation?
The funding allocation. Right. And again, we are asking for things like we having a concession with the BOG so that when the forest goes up, it should not affect us. Because we buy like any other institution buys. So these are the mitigating things, depending on the outlook that comes from the Ministry of Finance. Whatever that comes, if that is not enough to sort out the existing liabilities, means that new opportunities will not be opened for scholarship next year. Because we have to understand where we are now. It is not good enough to award scholarships and not be able to pay the liabilities. It provides us with a lot of headaches because the least that this government will want to see is to see a Ghanaian stranded outside thereabout.